The Alachua County Rape Crisis Center provides services to victims of sexual violence. Counselors see clients in some of their darkest moments and help them through the dark times on their journey from victimhood to survivorship. This is one survivor's story.
To watch Tina Lundy and her daughter Tiana, you wouldn't know how much she's gone through. But she hasn't gone through it alone.
On April 24th, 2004, I was sexually assaulted by two people that were supposed to be my friends. So at the hospital, during the rape kit and everything, I met a smiling face, which was Rita, and she's been there and she's helped me through the last 3 years. She's been like one of my best buddies.
I met her at the hospital the day that she was being interviewed by the police and having her forensic exam done.
Though that was 3 years ago, and even though her assailants drugged her, Tina's memories of the following morning are still very vivid and very real.
When I woke up, it was like, I don't know where I'm at. I didn't call the cops right away. I actually called my family members, and I went into like this shock, and I didn't know what to do. I was screaming on my patio in the back of my house, and my maintenance man came around and asked me what was wrong. And I was like, well, I think I've been raped, and he was the one who called the police. From there, the police came to the house, and they took pictures. There was like bloody handprints and footprints on my bedroom wall.
While criminal investigators and medical staff were doing their jobs that day at the hospital, Alachua County Rape Crisis Center counselor Rita Lawrence was helping Tina to take her first difficult steps on the road to wellness.
When I met Rita, it was 3 hours of going through the rape kit and just feeling out of it. And I came outside and Rita was standing there with a smile, and I was like, oh, it was nice to see someone smiling after everything that's been happening. And going through the rape kit test was actually a lot worse for me because I have no memory of the rape, but just the things that they do through the examination was hard. And it was really nice to have Rita there because she was like really, she had that, that softness that, somebody's really out there to help you.
There's a bond that happens, and I think lots of times it does start at the hospital, because my job as an advocate is to try to help that person feel as comfortable as possible with the circumstances.
Coming to terms with those circumstances takes time, and often long and late hours.
Yes. During the initial time, it's like when you're having the nightmares and you put a lot of stress on your family, and I felt that, I felt like I was, stressing my family out because I was like, here I am, I've been raped and no one can help me, and I didn't want to keep putting the burden of everything. So, it was like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and someone called me right back and they talked to me until I felt better. And, when you just want to cry and just talk and, not be judged, they were there for me.
The criminal justice system also takes time, and the trials were difficult for Tina.
Those are the longest 2 days of my life. I can remember sitting in the little waiting area and, you're on pins and needles, especially when the jury goes through and you just have no idea. You say, well, all I can do is tell the truth.
She found that strength again in the courtroom. Some of the questions that the defense attorneys asked probably would have reduced other survivors to tears, but Tina answered very eloquently and with a lot of impact on the jury.
Both of Tina's attackers were sentenced to 8 years in prison and 7 years probation. For her, the verdicts were worth waiting for.
That was one of the best feelings in my life. It's finally like, wow, I got some justice. And you're sitting there, and for the 2 years I beat myself up, and I was like, well, if I didn't open the door that night, if I would have just laid down like I said I was going to, then none of this would have happened. And I blamed myself. But to hear when the jury came back and said guilty, it was like, wow, there is justice.
You don't have to file criminal charges, however, in order to receive counseling from the Rape Crisis Center.
We are the only service provider that deal with sexual assault victims who choose not to report to law enforcement. It is not a criteria to report in order to receive the services. All of our services are free and confidential. We provide services to victims who were raped years ago, never reported, never disclosed it, but for whatever reason they're at the point where they want to deal with the impact. Our services are available.
Tina has moved on with her life. She has a daughter with her boyfriend, and the couple will soon be deployed to Iraq with the Army Reserve. She also graduated last year from Santa Fe Community College's Emergency Medical Technician program. Her final was the day after the rape trials ended. As for her peace of mind,
I'm still fighting mine. I guess I have a small peace of mind because I know that I'm doing the right thing by prosecuting, and I'm not just letting them walk away scot-free. And I will fight this until I die if I have to. So, no, I'm going to have a peace of mind soon.
if you would like to contact the Alachua County Rape Crisis Center, please call 352-264-6760 or call the toll-free hotline at 866-252-5439. For County Update, I'm Alan Yetter.